Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm Dan Sadleir, and this is my April 2014 video. I'm pretty much going to just talk about the month of April and what's going on in the sky. A lot of you know that I am interested in astrology. It's something that I find, I don't know, it's helpful, because how I look at it is, and how a lot of astrologers look at it, I feel, is that astrology, the planets are actually throwing off an energy uh, on Earth. So it's like the winds blowing through. It's like weather blowing through, and these planets throw off an energy which comes sweeping through Earth. So it's kind of like you learn how to work with the energy that's going on right now, and that's how I look at astrology. So right now in the month of April is a crazy intense time. So as above, so below. So what the stars are doing above is what's going on the Earth. So a lot of you might not follow astrology, which is totally fine, but I just want to kind of give a short little synopsis of what's going on because there's a lot going on, and I feel it might help some people because obviously we are living in a crazy time. It's changing. Everything, we're living in a time of change, and I'm a big believer that this change is going to be amazing. Like we might have to go through craziness before we see it, but for the new paradigm, the new world to begin, you need to have the old world collapse and end. You know, don't be afraid by that. But that's what this video is about. This month of April, we will see what happens because a lot of times, I hear stuff from astrologers and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, this is the big thing," but nothing really happens that you first personally see in the world. But this is just all over YouTube nowadays. It's the Cardinal Grand Cross, which is going to be direct on around April 22nd. I kind of hear different days. Anything from the 20th to the 23rd, but it sounds like the 22nd will be really the direct hit of it, which is just like a crossroads in the sky. It's the changing. We are right now. We're getting tighter and tighter. We're twisting tighter and tighter, and that pressure is growing and growing and growing until that date, and then we'll start to release, and we'll go into the next step of life. It might be nothing, it might be something, it might just change your own opinion on the world or on your own personal life. I think a lot of people, people that come here that I work with, that I talk to, everyone's going through so many changes, or they see it in their friends or in their family, and it doesn't seem like that many people are truly like, this is an amazing time, I love life right now. You have so much going on, and it's not that you're depressed or anything like that, but maybe some people are. Everyone's on their own life journey, so everyone is experiencing it differently. But I feel for the most part, a lot of people are going through tough times in their life right now. And I think this month, maybe we'll see stuff in the outside world if you turn on the news. Look at the past few months. Like, you got the plane missing. They say that it's down in the, crashed in the South Indian Ocean, but then, I think it was yesterday or something, they're like, oh no, that wasn't it. It was debris or not debris, but it was garbage or something like that. It wasn't the plane. So, that's just craziness. Or you got Ukraine and Russia or Venezuela. There's so many uprisings and people just sick of the status quo. I think that's what it is. People are tired of the 1%. It's time for the 1%. See, this is what's going on. So we have the Cardinal Grand Cross, but we also have Uranus square Pluto. And this is an aspect of the planets, Pluto and Uranus squaring. And when they square, it's changing. It's like walking into the square corner of a wall. It hurts. So there's a lot of different things going on, but it's getting tighter, but it's going to release. We have 7 direct hits of it. We've already gone through 4. We're going to have the 5th at the end in April. I think it's April 20th is or 21st, 1 and 2 is the direct date and I think it's the 21st, and then 22nd is the Grand Cross. We also have 2 eclipses, but the thing with, I want to talk about Uranus square Pluto, because it's been going on since 2012, and it will go on until 2015 with 7 direct hits. And really, what it is the last time these 2 planets interacted was they conjuncted in the 60s. So what happened in the 60s? You know, it was the love era. It was Stop the Wars. It was the Civil Rights Movement. It was that time, you know? It was a time of planting the seeds to what is supposed to come into fruition now. And I feel that's more of a community lifestyle. You know, people, I think we're moving towards that. It's more of community, more of love, more of stop the wars, you know? We're from different countries and whatnot, but we're all humans. We're all looking for the same thing. We're all looking for love in our heart. We all want happiness. You know, there's people all around the world that you might think that, oh, well, they are from this country, which is bad, you know, when really it's like, yeah, maybe their government's bad, you know, I mean, you could say that, you know, because I know as an American, I don't agree with everything the American government does, you know, so it doesn't always represent me, so it doesn't always represent those people of what things go on. But anyway, so the Uranus square Pluto, the last time it happened in these 2 signs, Pluto's in Capricorn, Uranus is in Aries, was actually in the 1770s. And what happened then? The American Revolution, the revolutions, you know, it was taking back power to the people. So that's what we're going through. And this month we have our 5th direct hit of it. We have the Cardinal Grand Cross, which brings in Mars, kind of like the warrior planet, and then also Jupiter, which expands everything, it grows everything it hits. So then you got Pluto, and Uranus, which is pretty much the changing of the 1%. It's going to ruin the or crash the 1%, and the 99% are going to rise. And we're actually going to equal out. It's time for us all to be a community. It doesn't matter, you know, I mean, some of these people who could be criminals or whatnot, you know, in the governments and in the banks and, you know, I don't know what you believe, but I feel the media, the whole deal, there's a corruption in it, you know, and that's the problem. But we're going to see that tumble, you know, and really why I want to make this video is so people don't freak out. Just know that for this new world to happen, this new age, this new paradigm, this new consciousness to happen, the old has to collapse. The old has to end. And it might not be easy, but if you just go into yourself, into your heart, and really just kind of close out everything, you know, only you have your power. I don't have your power. You don't have my power. The only person that has their power is themselves, you know? So if you like to meditate, meditate. If you like to work out, work out. You know, don't let the outside forces affect you this month. You know, I've had astrologers say, and you know, you can believe whatever you want with astrology. You know, it's up to you. But I'm just trying to give a little idea if you never pay attention to it. You know, for this year, for the year of 2014, I've heard that 80% of the difficulty, of the pressure, of the hard part of this year ends by the middle of May. And then the next, till the end of the year of 2014, should be a lot lighter. But for this Grand Cross, it's a crossroads. You know, it's your time to decide what you want to do, where you want to take your life. It's not a time of just making other people happy. You know, be yourself, be the person you want to be, and be your true essence. You know, live your life how you want to live it. Be with the people you want to be with. Do the jobs you want to do. This is the best time. The universe is supporting us, each one of us, to do what we want to do. You know, I mean, it's a really amazing time and it's really exciting. But if you focus your energy the wrong way, it might hurt you more than help you. You know, so work on yourself, you know, and grow yourself. If it doesn't feel right, you know, we also, with Mars is retrograde right now, which means in the sky it looks like it's going backwards, which also means that for you to do something right now, to be the most successful, you have to feel that you should be doing something. Don't just do it to do it. Do it if you feel you're supposed to do it. And that's when you'd be the most successful with it. So it's time to really work on yourself, and ignore the outside forces. If you're always watching the TV, I mean, it is so like depressing watching it. But now when I watch it, I'm very disconnected with it anyway. I just kind of observe it to see what's going on. It's kind of like, ooh, it's the greatest show on earth. You hear that, or at least I hear it in my spiritual realm of videos and readings and whatnot. But we're living at the greatest time on earth. I mean, this is the show, so watch it, see what happens, but don't give energy to it. Don't worry about it, because it's really going to release. And we still got, at least 2 more direct hits of the Uranus square Pluto, and supposedly energy will be with us till 2017, 2018. But it's a changing time. Look at the 60s. What was the 50s like, and then after the 60s? What, at least here as an American, in America, the country changed, I mean, it's a completely different place. So we're going through a change, and they talk about this age of Aquarius that we're entering. It's so many changes going on, and the astrology is wild. But this month of April is supposedly one of the biggest months we've had in a long time. I even have some astrologers that I follow say that they've been waiting for this date for April 2014 since the 90s, early 90s. That's a long time, and they feel that this is a big time. So I feel, in my life and people that I communicate with, people, like I said, who come here and I work with, are going through many life problems, many changes, even if it's maybe not a problem. Maybe there are a lot of changes, maybe big moves, maybe new jobs, promotions, whatnot. But it's a time to live for yourself. Make yourself the best person you could be. And go inside, ignore the outside exteriors, and I think you'll get through this month perfectly fine. So if you have any questions, feel free to write to me. I love to read comments. I'll read them all. I'll respond to everything. Look me up on social networking pages. Share my videos. Like my pages, and, the whole deal. And my website, crystalhearthealing.com. Check it out. I'm still doing my free sessions. So if you're interested in a free session, please contact me. Also having essential oil meetings. So if you're interested in learning more about essential oils, let me know. It's been a lot of fun. I got some diffusing over here right now. And, I like using those even during this time because I have a lot of different things that are just peace and calming, that really just relax me when I'm going through any of my difficult times. We all are. Nothing to be ashamed of. So much love, light, and peace to you. And thank you again for watching and all of your support. Have an amazing April, and I'll see you in May.